Public comment. If you're gonna speak on a certain item, are you gonna speak on a certain item? Okay, then you wait until they present the item. If you're gonna make a public comment, you can sign it. Yeah, you can go ahead and sign for public comment. Yes, sir, and that is speaker.
After like for the discussion of the plan, is there a public comment?
On a certain.
For that discussion, yeah, like nobody hear that.
Yes, so when they bring up the item, that's when you would do your public comment.
Do you sign in?
No, that's just,
That's just before.
yes.
Aquí está.
Hello, everyone. Commissioner David Aldos.
All right, everyone, good evening. I'd like to call to order the regular meeting of Sunland Park Planning and Zoning Commission. It's 5:40 PM. And today is the 14th of January. Oh, please.
Chairman Robert Aguino,
Present.
Commissioner David Avalos,
Present.
Commissioner Nestor Martinez,
Present.
Commissioner Daniel Portillo. We have a quorum.
Okay, next on the agenda, we have the conflict of interest. At this point, if there's any conflict of interest out there by city staff or commissioners for anything on the agenda, now's the time to bring it up. Seeing none, we move on to approval of the agenda that stands. Do we have any changes for the agenda? None from the city, no changes? Okay. But entertain a motion to approve the agenda as it is. I'm going to make a motion to approve the agenda. The motion on the floor to approve the agenda. Can you second, please?
And I second.
Seconded by Commissioner Avalos. Roll call.
Chairman Robert Aguino,
Aye.
Commissioner David Avalos,
Aye.
Commissioner Nestor Martinez,
Aye.
Commissioner Daniel Portillo. Motion carries.
And approved to stand. Next, we have public comment portion of the meeting. If you are here to talk about a specific item that we have on the agenda, there'll be time to talk about that item when it's up. But if you're here to make a public comment about anything else having to do with the city, now's the time to do that. See, there's some people signed up to talk about an agenda item, so we'll have time at that moment. Going once, twice, none? Okay, I'll close the floor. Also, at this time, I actually would like to swear in the whole room to make things a little easier. Whether you're speaking or not, you might choose to do so. So at this moment, I'd like everyone to raise their right hand. And you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
I do.
Okay, thank you. Next we have consent agenda. For the commissioners, should we, I'll entertain a motion to approve consent agenda.
Going motion to approve the consent agenda.
Okay, motion on the floor to approve, January 10th, seconded,
I did. I second.
by Commissioner Avalos. Roll call.
Chairman Robert Rubino,
Aye.
Commissioner David Avalos,
Aye.
Commissioner Ernesto Martinez,
Aye.
Commissioner Daniel Portillo, motion carries.
Okay, next on the agenda, we have discussion recommendation or resolution recommending approval of the Sunland Park Binational Comprehensive Plan 2045.
Right, good evening, Chair and Commissioners. My name is Santiago Vallejo Gutierrez with Wilson and Company, and this is my colleague Angelica Bryan. We're here this evening to present the Sunland Park Binational Comprehensive Plan 2045 and respectfully request your recommendation for adoption. This presentation will provide an overview of our planning process, community engagement efforts, and the key components of the plan. I'll cover the majority of the portion, and Angelica will hop in just in case you have any questions. All right, so we can go on to slide 2, please. Okay, so the planning process officially kicked off on May 2nd, 2024, with a comprehensive review of the city's 2018 comprehensive plan. Since that time, the project scope has expanded significantly to include the steering committee coordination, stakeholder workshops, and binational coordination with IMIP, our partners across the border. One of the most significant advances is the addition of an entirely new community vision chapter, which provides a forward-looking, binational, and adaptable framework for the city's future. While a community survey was a part of the original scope, we did conduct a bilingual survey to deepen public engagement and ensure we accurately captured community priorities. Slide 3, please. So the plan is built around several core goals that will position Sunland Park for strategic growth. These include developing a truly binational integrated master plan that recognizes the city's unique position on the border. The plan integrates critical infrastructure, including the Camino Real port of entry and the Rio Grande crossing. It supports the consolidation of municipal services through a one-stop shop municipal complex, making government more accessible to residents. And it also establishes strategic zoning and overlay districts while coordinating land use, drainage, and transportation planning to ensure infrastructure investments align with growth patterns. So this is the community vision chapter. This is a new and particularly important component of this plan. It emphasizes binational cooperation and regional integration, recognizing that Sunland Park's future is intertwined with the broader binational region. The vision addresses key priorities: infrastructure development, housing affordability, and improved mobility throughout the city. It also focuses on expanding green spaces, promoting public health, and enhancing the overall quality of life for residents. Importantly, this is designed as a living document. It includes provisions for annual updates and comprehensive 5-year evaluations to ensure that the plan remains responsive to changing conditions over time. Go to slide 5. All right. So the public and stakeholder engagement was conducted throughout the entire planning process. We held the first stakeholder meeting, the first stakeholder committee meeting on June 5th, 2024, followed by a stakeholder workshop on July 10th. On July 12th, we conducted the binational coordination with IMIP to ensure cross-border alignment. A public workshop was also held on September 26, 2024, which coincided with the launch of our bilingual public survey. This survey ran through November 24th of 2024 and generated valuable community input. Finally, we conducted a 30-day public comment period from October 30th through November 29th, 2024, which provided ample opportunity for review and feedback. All input received during these phases has been carefully considered and incorporated into the final plan you see before you tonight. So, on to slide 6, please. Thank you. Okay, so the final comprehensive plan includes updated and robust visuals, including a revised future land use map, enhanced infrastructure maps, and illustrative graphics for community facilities and the transportation network. From a concept perspective, the plan is fully aligned with the Land Development Code that was adopted on November 5th, 2025. This ensures complete consistency between policy and regulation. The plan also integrates recent organizational changes including the dissolution of the Camino Real Regional Utility Authority in May 2025, and the formation of the Municipal Water and Wastewater Authority. Going on to slides. Okay. So following the 30-day public comment period, we received extensive feedback from the city manager and various stakeholders. This feedback has been carefully reviewed and incorporated throughout the document. So I'll highlight a couple of the key additions to the plan. First, we've developed a comprehensive future land use vision for 2045 with 8 distinct land use designations. These include entertainment, commercial, industrial, institutional, master plan neighborhoods, regional parks, neighborhood parks, and special planning areas. Second, we've also included the Motor Campus Catalytic Project at 1665 Futurity Drive. This transformative development will feature a motor museum and a heritage pavilion, a trade and mobility school, and a community plaza, creating a unique economic development anchor for the city. Third, we've also enhanced transportation coordination, including planning for the High Mesa Road extension, port of entry improvements, and Interstate 10 corridor development strategies. Finally, we've also adopted National Recreation and Parks Association performance design criteria for parks, recreation, and open spaces, ensuring your facilities meet national standards. So we can move on to slide 8 now. Thank you. So the plan reflects the city's expanding footprint. The city has completed and recorded significant annexations that expand the municipal boundaries, bringing new areas into city limits for planning and service delivery. The future land use map has been updated to reflect these new boundaries, and the comprehensive plan now aligns with the expanded city limits and planned service areas. So what happens next? The next requested action is for the Planning and Zoning Commission to recommend approval of the Sunland Park Binational Comprehensive Plan 2045. Following your recommendation, the plan will be presented to City Council for adoption on February 3rd, 2026. Once adopted, this plan will serve as a official guide for zoning decisions, infrastructure planning, binational coordination, and grant applications moving forward. All right. So in closing, I want to emphasize the 3 key points about this plan. First, it's a living document designed to support sustainable and inclusive growth. This isn't a plan that's just going to sit on the shelf. Second, it's built for implementation, not storage. The strategies and recommendations are actionable and tied to real projects and priorities. And third, it provides a strong foundation for continued binational partnerships that will benefit both Sunland Park and the broader region. All right, so we're happy to answer any questions that you may have.
Any questions from the commission?
No, sir.
The area that you're focusing on is this Sunland Park Drive. Oh, yeah.
I'm entertaining a motion to approve item number 2.
I'd like to make a motion to approve item number 2.
Okay, and a second,
And I second.
motion on the second. Okay, so you're,
So the general area is here in McNatt, Sunland Park area, or does it go all
It's
the
the
way
entire city.
across the city? Okay.
Yeah, it's the whole city.
and I guess part of the maps you were showing me was just up on the Mesa maps.
Yeah, I think it might have just been a zoomed in section. Yeah. There's
Well, then
multiple maps within the plan.
Okay. And,
The most recent annexation.
That one was the most recent annexation. That's why it was put up on the presentation.
so, I mean, we've seen this throughout the year last year, right? So nothing, other than adding annexation, that was the majority of what.
And
Also the motor courts, that sounds new to me. Is
yeah,
that-
that one's fairly new. I think we added it in the past week or so.
Yes.
And what's are there renditions of that area, or is it something we would see?
Yes, it's something that you would see in the future. Right now, we're working on finalizing that comprehensive plan. The rest, an area was annexed recently, and we will be including these new annexations in the comprehensive plan.
And
That
the,
is going to be presented to the council in February.
and the plaza that you're talking about?
of the, yes, okay. That's a future key destination, the more, yes, it's a global rojo. They're planning to have a museum and a plaza, and that's for a future key destination.
And is that so that's a private, it would be a private museum?
They want to make it public,
Uh,
open to the public.
open to the public, that's fine.
I
Not city.
think, I think they are working, not being private. I think they're trying to do like, trust. So the community can, the city can own it.
Alright. Any other discussion? So this item, obviously it's from the, for us to make a recommendation, so there's really no public, there's no real need for public comment on this one.
No.
Okay, then I will, make a motion, I will entertain a motion to recommend the plan for city council. Entertain the motion. Yeah, roll call. Yeah, roll call on the other.
Carmen Rubino,
Aye.
Commissioner Liberolos,
Aye.
Commissioner Ernesto Martinez,
Aye.
Commissioner Daniel Portillo, motion carries.
Okay, thank you. I look
Thank you.
Forward to more of it.
Thank you.
All right, so next on the agenda is the public hearing portion of the meeting. Number 3 is approval of MS 25-1. Sun River Road preliminary major subdivision for single residential lots.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman and members of the, and commissioners. Today we're presenting to you an application that was submitted to the city of Sunland Park requesting approval for a preliminary plat on a major subdivision for single residential lots located at, Sun River, for Sun River, a subdivision here in the city of Sunland Park, located off of Frontera Road. Next slide. This application I think we have the wrong slide. Or the wrong or the wrong presentation. Yes, they upload this, this application was submitted, to the city of Sunland Park.
So what it shows on the agenda is MS 25-142.
It is, it's just, there was an additional date.
Okay.
That's for clarification. So the application was submitted on November 22nd, 2025. I'm sorry, November 25th, 2025. The application was completed, accepted, and received for processing on December 22nd. I had them backwards. And we will show that on the updated presentation. That presentation went through DRT. We did receive comments, which we will be able to share with you here tonight. We do have our on-call engineers as well as coordination with the city of El Paso comments that we will be presenting to you tonight. I'll pause for a second so we can get the updated presentation. No, I'll get through more in. One moment, sorry about that. We're good. As I mentioned, this is the information that I was collaborating with. The application submission took place, which was November 25th. And the application was completed, accepted, and paid for on December 22nd. Staff held a few meetings with the applicant, as well as having them for DRT on December 4th, 2025. Public notice was mailed on or before. I didn't catch that. December 30th of this past year. And we did receive a few items in correspondence. We just received one today, Madam Clerk.
Yes.
And we did receive one on January 8th, which I will be showing you, and I believe you do have a copy of it. Staff will respond to the majority. I briefly read through that second item that was submitted just today, which is multiple pages, and has some signatures on it. Staff will respond officially to those comments, but briefly on what I saw is something that aligns with the conditions that we are requesting. You do have a letter from the city representative Chavez from the city of El Paso, which we have had a few meetings with her as far as coordination with the two cities on not just this item specifically or particularly, but in other items. For the first time, the city of Sunland Park has entered into an MOU with the city of El Paso to do more of this coordination and be a better neighbor and not do a disservice to our neighboring community of El Paso. That being said, you do have the letter in front of you, and you do have the other one in a hard copy because it was not submitted on time today. So again, we'll move on to the next slide. This is the community development DRT meetings, I'm sorry, DRT meeting comments. And the application has 99 lots. There is one of the comments that, well, as you can see here, the fire marshal, which he should be coming in here shortly, has requested as per the code that a secondary access be created. And that being said, that may change or may decrease the number of lots. This is at our preliminary phasing, but we will ask the owner, and I had just asked him before this, it will not exceed the 99 lots as per our conversation. So we will remain with that and with the 99 lots. And if any changes take place, then we will make sure that it does not exceed that 99 lot. But again, because it's at a preliminary state and it is requesting a secondary access, there might be a loss of a lot or two. So just to be transparent on that. Next slide. This were the attendees for the DRT. And the other comments that you're going to see is from the planning department, from the city of El Paso, as well as from our on-call engineers. The other ones, we did not receive any comments from that stakeholder committee. Next slide. This is the letter from our on-call engineer. Our licensed engineer stated the same thing, that the application said 99 and there was a discrepancy to a 99 or 98, and for us to respect, in essence, the comments from our fire marshal. In addition to some technical comments that will need to be addressed prior to any construction and or the final plat. That includes issues on how to treat clay. So again, that's more technical in nature. Next slide. This is the planning and inspections department comments. As you can see, it says, it reads that, and I guess to provide you a little bit of background on this, when this development came in a few years ago, this development was to allow, or the proposal was to allow for 200, just north of 250 homes, 265, single family dwellings. There was a concern from the neighboring community because of traffic. I know that there was numerous conversations. We met with also at the time, city representative, Mr. Kennedy. And I know that the appetite was for, if this was to be developed, as they are righteous property owners, that it will be developed in something that will match or be aligned, as it says there, both in character and size and type of housing as the established neighbor. That is something that the applicant and the property owners have taken into consideration, hence the reduction of lots. This will be a private development, which was one of the questions from the two entities, both the city engineer and the city staff, along with the request, which the city of Sunland Park by land code requires an updated TIA. The city of El Paso requires the same thing. And that was one of the comments that were presented here to you tonight. So that's why I mentioned that it would have an alignment, or not an alignment, but it was, I may cover those here tonight, but we would still respond in writing. Next slide, please. The applicant owner have agreed to the staff's recommendation, and you will see that statement here that covers and ensures that this development continues and it's accountable to the conditions here stated forth with as per staff's conditional approval recommendation. Next slide. This is the area. Again, this is at the end of Frontera, abutting one of the drains and the Rio Grande levee. Next slide. This is an aerial view of the current property. This was, or it used to be a training facility, horse training facility. We went by the other day and I didn't see many horses. So this is what the most accurate view of this parcel of land. Next slide. This is the preliminary plat. As you notice, it does only have at this point the one axis, and the staff agrees that because of the investment that they have done so far, because it's outlined with the conditions, if this is recommended for approval, that the secondary axis along the other issues are corrected. Along with the comments from the city of El Paso, really spoke about coordination and alignment with public lighting and other elements from the subdivision. So we will ask, we cannot enforce past the state line, just the way Texas cannot enforce on the other side. But we are under this MOU in coordination with them, and we will coordinate to make sure that this project continues to align with the request. We didn't feel that the requests were out of line or out of arbitrary or capricious for that matter. Next slide. This is just some of the details and cross sections from this development. Next slide. These are the conditions that we are asking, that staff is recommending, again, that they align and they will continue the spirit and character of the two communities. TIA is one of those things that it's both entities are asking for. Next slide. There's the continuation of the conditions. This is the conditions outlined and signed by the applicant. Next slide. I'm sorry, that was the owner. I apologize. Next slide. I'm sorry, let's go back. With that, we stand before you for any questions.
Okay. Someone entertain a motion to approve item MS 25-142.
We'll make a motion to approve.
We have a motion on the floor by Commissioner Martinez. Second.
Mr.
I'm
Alvaro?
sorry, I have my hand raised.
Commissioner Avalos?
Since you repeat that, what?
Can you hear me?
Mr. Alvaro?
Sorry, it's breaking up a lot. What was that?
We need a second.
We need
I
a
second. I second, sorry, I second.
We have a second, discussion by the commission at this time. Okay, yes, so the city recommends approval if, the TIA is updated and done as requested by both both cities, that I pass on then. Okay. And then, the fire marshal was suggesting with that updated TIA, the fire marshal is suggesting that there's a second easement or second, like an entrance.
No, it's a second access and as, we have reviewed access easement, correct.
Access easement.
So this is a means of ingress egress for emergency purposes. So if one of these exits was to be blocked or compromised, then there would be an alternative means of ingress egress to.
But it's not a public road, it's a second,
This, actually, this development does not have any public road dedication.
Right now, it's just a dirt
privately
road, right?
maintained.
It's a dirt road right now,
They're dirt
Worked out.
road, they will be, yes, they will be improved. But everything internal is, obviously paved, it will not be gravel. It will be paved, we can see the cross section that they had there. But that is not to be maintained by, the city of Sunland Park, it's privately maintained,
so it'll be a gated community.
correct?
and then, so the main roads used are in Girl Scout Lane. Can you put the map back up?
Okay.
Back. How many acres was it? I'm sorry.
63.
65 acres.
65 acres. But that is the main.
That is the main.
That, our route would be to go through, what we're requesting on the alternate routes to come into New Mexico. We know what human behavior is gonna do, and we're not gonna sit here and tell you this residence will not use Frontera. Just like we can't say that other residents will not be able to use San Gabriel for food free. So we are conscious about that, and that's why we're doing that coordination with the city of El Paso.
Because the fire and police have to go through San Gabriel. That's not a gated community?
No,
It's
No.
a small road, right?
correct. There was a resolution that I must bring to your attention. There was a resolution that had passed. I don't remember the exact date, but it was brought to their attention to do some closing, detouring between the Texas, New Mexico borderline. And we understand that the applicant has been made aware. We don't know where that's gonna go. That was part of the coordination, but there was a resolution that was passed by the city of El Paso to do some closures for access.
So what happens to that? I
Well,
mean, it's hard to guess, but the El Paso closes the roads.
there is a way to get in and out, but we block services one from another. That is our concern.
Yeah.
I understand, and I don't live in this neighborhood. I am acquainted and I'm sensitive to it. However, I'm also, from my standpoint, safety is, one of my concerns with that. But, again, in straight up transparency, I wanted to bring it up to, this attention that resolution, in action, took place, has not been enacted, and we don't know, we don't make that, decision.
Is the city willing to go another route and add another major street going into that subdivision from
Well,
the south side?
we'll need to jump the Rio Grande.
I mean, that's one thing. I mean, building a bridge over it, I mean, it's a thing, right? But it costs money, but another route.
Transportation wise, that would not be an ideal location because then that bridge will merge all the way to Frontera Road. And I think it would defeat, now we don't have to worry about 100 or 99 homes or 98 homes. We will have to worry about traffic coming from 273 merging into Donovan and vice versa. The other condition that we have expressed concerns with the city of El Paso is the at-grade crossing at Donovan and Frontera and the stacking that takes place. That's why we believe that those two TIAs align with understanding that traffic. So that is another condition that we do have in that area. There is another parcel of land that will probably have access through another route, but at this point, that land is not available or has not been available or nor have they approached the city, with any plans to develop.
That's the one going south, right?
Correct,
That's another track,
correct.
horse track. So it's another open space.
Right.
But maybe we can clear it up with fire marshal. A question about,
Yes,
sir, how are you? Good. We have a question. Yes, yes.
okay, we're gonna start you in.
Good evening.
Good evening, Chairman,
Name
Commissioner.
for the record, please.
Chief Shane, Fire Marshal, City of Sunland Park.
The request that you had in your, when you all were doing the meeting earlier on, you're requesting a second access point for, trucks. Where, do you have an idea where that should be, could be?
So the access point, it's actually developed by code. It's part of the fire code. We have to have two accesses based on the number of homes. The primary access, and then I believe it's diagonal to the second one. I would have to actually read the code section to be able to tell you appropriately, which I don't have with me currently. But there does have to be space between them. And I was talking to them on Girl Scout Lane, having the emergency access on that side. And it would basically be fire lane only, entry, exit, or emergency vehicles only for that specific secondary access. Because if we only use the first one and something happened at the first one, we're not gonna be able to access the rear of that property.
So somehow you have to get the Girl Scout from the middle of the property.
So you have the primary entrance with gates and everything like that on Frontera, from what I was explained.
Yeah.
And then we would have a secondary, only emergency vehicle entrance on Girl Scout Lane.
Okay, yeah, going west on Girl Scout.
But, okay, but that, those discussions are ongoing.
Yes.
Any other major concerns from your department?
That was my primary concern, and then once we continue on with the final plat and everything like that, I'll verify hydrant placement and the normal subdivision requirements in place.
And do we have water pressure? You have enough water pressure and all that there? Not a JC question?
That would be a JC crew question at this point.
All right, thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
JC, sir? You were in, I saw your name, you were on the meeting as well, and on the meeting. Did you have, what were your major concerns with this? No, they were plentiful when it was 200 and some mountains.
Yes, the two major, well, name is Juan Crosby, Director of Kura. The major concerns that we did have been resolved. The first concern that you had mentioned is regarding the water. In terms of subdivision development, it does have to meet specs regarding the pressures that are needed, and they are tested prior to approving the final plat. And the second concern was regarding what type of collection system was going to be utilized. We did have board meetings with our Kura board, and we did provide direction for the developer, and the developer take that direction, utilizing the collection system and meeting our standards.
Okay. All right, thank you, sir. Where does drainage go?
On site pump. Yes, and we'll, if there's anything more that needs to be clear, we do have the engineer record for the applicant here, but the drainage here is gonna be on-site ponding. So they're gonna make keep their runoff.
For each lot?
Yes, sir. These are at least acre lots parcels.
No, but it's like, so you said.
0.75, I apologize.
Right. Because you said 65 acres and there's 100, so 99. Okay, 0.75. What's the average lot size in the lower valley there? Upper valley there? Is that a quick question?
It might be less than
I
that.
think there's 2.5 lots per acre out there at the.
That's a question that was, I definitely wouldn't have an answer. But they do more work in Texas. I don't.
Okay. Any other questions for the city at this time? If not, we can hear from the applicant. Okay. We can hear from the applicant, please.
Fernando Estrada, FLI Engineering.
George, I'll go with that, so I.
Okay, do you all agree with all of staff comments?
We do agree with all step comments, just have a clarification that who is gonna set the criteria for the TIA, because we have worked with the city of El Paso, and according to the city of El Paso, once you reach a certain benchmark, they'll tell you like your study is a mile and a half or half a mile, and there's nothing in the city of Sunland that would guide us to do a TIA. If you guys want us to work with the city of El Paso, we'll be more than glad to do that.
So that's a staff question to be answered now or answered.
They can finish, they can finish, and then I can respond to.
So that's your major concern,
Yeah, that's the only, that's, where we agree with, to do one.
other than.
Yeah.
So y'all, this is something we saw, what, 2 years ago? 2.5?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm gonna come down.
And to calm you down a little bit on the traffic, issues, like 2.5 years ago, we did studies, and we had 266 lots, almost more or less. Right. And, our trip generation affected the traffic a little bit. But the existing conditions on the intersection that we studied were not bad at all, so that one of them was A, became a B, one of them was a C, became a D, and A being the best and F being the lowest. But also, when we did that study, we did some research, and we found out that the city of El Paso did a study also for this frontera. And one of the recommendation was to widen out the Donovan and Frontera, which is where everybody just queue in there. And they're supposed to add a free left turn and a free right turn and a free left. And none of that was done. Also on Emory and Frontera, they were supposed to create like a little roundabout, and nothing was done like that. So if they had done this, you wouldn't see that. If you,
Do you know if they're still planning on doing it?
it was 1988. I don't know.
I don't think it's big, Rob.
This Avenue one, yes.
Wow, okay.
And drainage is on-site drainage. I mean, we really went through the process, and we thank the staff for working with us. We've been working on it for like 2 years.
Right.
And we hope that there'll be a nice development that you guys will be proud of.
So, and it will have gates, it's gated, it's gated. Okay. And what was the average size of the homes?
Gonna be around between 5,000 and 6,000 square feet.
These are all gonna be custom homes or a developer's gonna?
Custom homes. Okay.
I mean, that sounds like, yeah, no, we're not there yet, but I'm not gonna let everyone have their,
5 to 6,000.
yeah, we're not there yet, but everyone will have time to ask, questions and make comments. Are there any other questions for the developer? Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
All right, Mr. Montiel. Who's gonna guide the TIA?
Provisions of the New England Code specify that this process, as a matter of fact, must be submitted with this application. They do have, like I said, the ability to make an argument, because I cannot just deny a right for them to come and apply. It is a right to come and apply in this case. There is a guide that the city manager has sent out, and we will work out if it hasn't been done on what the city would be requiring. I don't know what El Paso is going to use. I have heard that argument about in El Paso, you don't require one into, with whatever threshold that was mentioned. However, they required it, so we can have that coordination with them, and we will provide, at least on the New Mexico side, what our plan is or why we're requesting it.
With that, with those conditions being met, you report, you're
Correct. And as you said, they're not disagreeing to do it. They're not. Should, I understand, you know, if you're asking me to do something, then you need the guidance to it, and we will provide it.
okay. All right. Any other questions for the city? No? Good. So hearing none, at this time, if anyone from the public wishes to speak to address this matter, commission on this matter, you have the opportunity to do so. I have 3 people signed up to speak and, others may do so. If you're gonna repeat something, someone else has said, just say, I'm in agreements with this and don't go into it, please. And if you, on the flip side of that, if you're gonna not agree with something, again, just don't repeat. I don't know, it seems like there's more than 3 of you all that want to speak, but let's see. But we're gonna kind of be quick with the time if we could, please. So, at this moment, Laura Guzman is signed up. And please state your name for the record.
Hello, I'm Laura Guzman.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, and thank you to the developers and to Mr. Infante for that information that you saw our letter, and we did submit a letter on behalf of San Gabriel and Haciendas del Nogal neighbors. Haciendas del Nogal is off of Girl Scout Lane as well, but on the southern portion of Frontera, and that's the neighborhood that I live in. We do like that you are requiring the traffic impact analysis. We are asking that you do a full impact analysis and not just like it was before, where they just conducted a study for something that was in 1988, and then in addition, was added to 2022, and so that study was also done only on the Texas portion and not on the New Mexico side. So we'd like to require that a full impact analysis be done prior to any approval of the proposed subdivision. We'd also like to ensure that the analysis explicitly includes New Mexico portion of the roadway network and potential spillover impacts. We would also like to see if you could require evaluation of the state line closure risk and resulting traffic diversion effects, because that was, as you had mentioned before in the discussions, that would lead traffic to San Gabriel. And that is just a regular neighborhood street. And you may have seen also in the map that there is a Frontera Training Center, which down Frontera Road, we see quite a few large trucks with large horse trailers that go down that road. And so if they were cut off from accessing it from the Donovan through Frontera, then they would have to go through the San Gabriel neighborhood, which is just a tiny neighborhood for with huge trailers. Also, if you could require verification of the emergency services access and response time reliability for all New Mexico residents. And if you could please delay approval of these concerns until these concerns are fully evaluated and addressed and findings are made available to the public. We do again support the subdivision, and improvements to the city are great. We would just like to submit a request to do further evaluation before that. Thank you.
Hector, of those requests, everything would have to be, was that in the conditions? Was there anything not in the conditions?
Mr. Chairman and members of the commission, like I said, I went through it and it looked like most of those would be addressed there. I don't want to say all of them because I might have missed detail, but just on what she said, it's on the same condition.
And I am still a bit stumped on what if, because it seems like they've foreshadowed, El Paso's foreshadowed what they might do if the city decides to adopt this and allow it to happen. What if, like, how do we even take that into consideration?
And it's
a concern.
It close on the park from the casino. Yeah. And that's what we don't want to do. You know, like I said, I'm a resident of Texas, but more New Mexican than anything. But I can see how this is not something that can, you know, can be a back and forth. This provision, this diversion, closing of roads, let's call it for what it is.
Right.
was done under the premises of the 265 homes.
Okay.
I don't know.
See it again in this letter, which is good.
Yes, and I can tell you that since then, like I said, we have an MOU because our service, there's been situations literally where an accident or there's been somebody that has been diseased or something, that the majority of the part is in the state of New Mexico, but the head is in Texas, and there was no coordination of that jurisdiction. And there they are for hours trying to figure this out.
Right.
We want to bridge that. We want to make sure that we work as a neighboring community. I mean, I think that was the reason and intent for that MOU.
Yeah.
And we hope that with the due diligence from the property owner, that accommodated more of that, because that's not an easy thing to do.
Right.
And the coordination between us and we can probably bridge that. But again, it was not my decision.
Okay, you're gonna have to allow me some, leeway on the rules of orders, because I have another couple questions for the applicant. And I don't think I probably should go through all public comments and then ask the applicant to come back.
I think that would be,
The better way to do it?
I think that would be better. That way, if then we can address it and we're not back.
Okay, then that's-
Yeah, go listen to it.
What was that, Commissioner?
That was not me, sir. That was not me, Chairman.
Anyone else is online, raise your hand if you want to speak, but please mute your microphone so we don't hear about your evening dinner plans that we're all missing right now. Next, Thomas, please, who's this? Yes, sir. And if I didn't say thank you, ma'am, for coming up, thank you for coming.
Yeah, I'm Thomas McMillan.
Yes, sir.
I just have some concerns. I live in a neighborhood right off of Frontera.
Okay.
And I think my concerns, a lot of people in that area are concerned about the traffic that's gonna be. And I understand that they've reduced this to 100 units or lots. And that's good, but Frontera is a narrow little street. I hope that there is gonna be coordination and understanding with the city of El Paso to widen that street. There's one bridge on it that's gonna have to be widened. And, there have been numerous repairs over the years on this. It's gonna have to be redone. There are two Montessori schools on that road, which already creates traffic. But our concern is that the traffic is just gonna be tremendous on there if that's the only entry and access into and out of that subdivision. And I wonder if there's been any consideration of developing another alternate route out. But even if one is done, I'm sure Frontera is gonna remain the main one because it goes to Donovan and to I-10. So I'm just worried about that, and I think it's goodwill to devalue the properties in that area where I live. You know, we've lived there 40 years. It's a nice area, very quiet and so forth, and this is gonna cause a heck of a lot of disruption and traffic. So I realize it's probably already a done deal, but my concern is that there's gonna be work with the city. Has the city of El Paso agreed to improve Frontera and widen it and so forth, or is that just gonna be left?
Sir, I appreciate it. I appreciate
Thank
your time.
you.
Thank you for your concern. Next up, we have, I think it's Marie Gonzalez. Sorry, Mark.
Yes, sir.
Sorry. That's Mark. Sorry.
Well, I just had a question.
Your name for the record, sir.
Mark
Mark.
Gonzalez.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Well, my family owns 2 pieces of land there on Pearl Scout Lane. We bought it back in 2022 and, property taxes were about $600, just for the land. I noticed that ever since it started developing, now we pay $712. So my question is, I don't know if it's too early to ask, is it gonna have like a big impact as far as like property taxes or utilities? Cause it's right next to us. I know it's gonna be maybe a gated community. But at the end of the day, the taxpayer pays the easements. Pretty much they pay anything that goes under the road, so. I don't know, it's just my concern, I guess, in that question.
Yeah, I can't answer that, being you own property in El Paso.
No, it's in Girl Scout.
Oh, it's on Girl Scouts, in the new
X-ray
X-ray.
there, yes, sir.
I'm sorry, we can hear the concern and take it under.
And like I said, it's just land. I haven't built on it and
Right.
they'd already incremented about $100 for the past 2 years, so.
Yeah, so everything that has to do with property taxes in Sunland Park is to do with the dispensary, so you guys should go scream at the dispensary.
Right, I understand, yeah.
No, but I appreciate the concern, and yes, sir, I wish there was an answer for that too, but more than likely, if that development happens,
I'm pretty sure.
taxes follow through. Thank you, sir.
No.
Anyone else?
Me?
Yes, sir, your name for the record, please.
My name is Ricky Baez, and I've lived, on the old part of Girl Scout.
Yeah.
Since 2007. And I understood, we've been fighting the 250 a house thing and everything, and some dirt guys went out there and tested the dirt, and there was too many houses for that muddy clay to sustain, so that's probably why they're doing that, I don't know, whatever, but. And I can't remember the representative that was in place then, but they're gonna put a wall on Frontera and a wall on Gary Lane. If they go on with this project, from what I understood, that's how it ended. So my question is, if they put a wall, should I ask them to give me to put a gate so I can get out, or am I gonna have to go? Where are they going? Where is the out gonna be? They're supposed to block Frontera and Gary. When it rains, you can't make the Frontera wider, period. Look, when you go, when it rains, water gets on the side, goes under the road, the clay shifts. That's why it's been repaired so much. The more weight, the worse it's gonna be. You can't make it wider, so they can't go through there. The only way they can go through, I think, is through the racetrack from Frontera Farms, because it hits trifecta or something, but I don't think they wanna sell it. The only option is a bridge. So how are they gonna get out? Do they know yet? Or in? Because when they start building those 90 houses, the weight of the dirt trucks and all that in and out, the schools, I live there, I leave at 7 and it's full. It's gonna be like Country Club Road. So I hope it doesn't happen.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you, sir. There, well, anyone else here?
I think you have a few here.
Okay, go ahead.
My name is Rita Clayton, and I'm also on Gary Lane, right there on the neighborhood. But I had a question about their map, because they said it's 65 acres, which I always thought it was like 62-ish, something in there. That's what their sign said originally. 99 homes. I've taught math a long time. Even 66 divided by 99 is 2/3 of an acre, which is like 0.66. Where are they getting an average size of 0.75 acres each lot? Because you gotta even take out the roads, sidewalks, all that stuff. So I'm not sure where they're getting each lot is 0.75.
Okay, we can ask him.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, sir.
Manuel Maldonado. I'm not here in uniform. We're here as a resident.
Okay.
I live at 4208 La Adelita in the city of El Paso. As a resident, I've seen this area grow over the last 40 years. I'm very excited about the growth that you guys are seeing here. There's great opportunities, but to echo my neighbor's comments, that's a lot of additional traffic for infrastructure that is already failing in that area. So if there's anything that we can do to create another pathway, another egress, as you can tell from my uniform, I'm very passionate about public safety. Not that I have anything to do with New Mexico or anything like that, but you need to take that into consideration, just like Fire Marshal stated. Thank you.
Thank you. Right. One life. Is there anyone else here? Okay, someone, who do you have online then? Oh, sorry, yes, sir.
We're ready for your online. That's the next question.
My name is Mike Scotto. I live on the corner of Gary Lane and Girl Scout. And, my main concern, of course, is safety. A number of years ago, the fire department of Sunland Park came over and burned a lot that was, abutted my property. The, fire jumped onto my property, started going toward my home, and, the fire department, couldn't do anything. Their hoses were kinked and they couldn't put out the fire. I had to turn that well, I turned on the well, and we finally got the fire out. But I mean, it scared the living daylights out of me. Fire coming toward my house where my wife and children are. And if we're talking about choking down the roads, how are you going to access, another 100 homes if there's a fire that should start there? I know everybody else is concerned about traffic, but from my experience, I'm concerned about fire and fire safety. And so if they're going to shut down Gary Lane, if they're going to shut down part of Frontera, how is a fire truck going to get in there? And, are the streets wide enough to accommodate the fire engine that the city of Sunland Park has? So I'd like that to be addressed.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
No.
Okay, anyone online?
We're waiting.
Hand up.
Not answering.
Mm-hmm.
If they come back, can we?
Yeah. All right, so,
Yes, so, just to, again, I know that this is not a back and forth, but just to clarify.
right,
Regarding the taxes from, Mr. Gonzalez.
Yes, sir.
Chris. This development does not have an impact on anybody else who does not have, any sort of incentive that would impact your taxes getting raised. Now, if the average rate is what's going up, is possibly why you got $100 in the last 2 years. That has just been the natural increase that, from the assessor's office. But I will be more than delighted to meet with you in person and go over that with you. Again, the public improvements, that will be done to that area where, as you mentioned, there was a clay road that has been failing. This will be a road that will be improved. So that may increase the value of your property, hence increasing your taxes. So I want to be very clear for that. But again, I would like to meet with you in regards to that. The road, it's something that the city of Sunland Park, as well, like I said, we're very pleased that the city of El Paso has opened this, a bridge of communication, and we will echo this comments, right? Both the diversion and also the fact that, there's some improvements that need to be there. We will improve, make sure that the improvements that are in New Mexico get completed. And we will do any coordination with the city of El Paso, for any of those improvements. That EBID channel, the ditch irrigation that you see there, I do agree with you. It's probably something that will have to get improved. That is not even in the jurisdiction of the city of El Paso. That's an EBID hearing, but we will, we can have definitely that conversation. I'm sorry.
I was gonna ask you, do we? Again, it's in Texas, but do we know what the right of way, for Frontera, what the width is on that right of way?
I will be misleading. I know it's between, it was between 80 and 120 feet, but I don't know if it chokes in New Mexico. But we can ask, I know that they surveyed that, on point.
Right.
And then with regards to the map of the 65 acres, I'll let the licensed engineer go over that information.
Okay,
Is there, I think that's pretty much, we've uncovered.
Yeah.
But if there's something, we'll be here and we can take their information and we can respond in writing and or in person. Thank you. Still the 65 some time.
Okay,
We
yes.
have
Yeah,
one
we can
more.
vote for, you have one more?
Yeah.
Okay, then let's get the one more person online and then we will. Go ahead, please. Your name for the record?
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Your name, please?
Delirious Montañez.
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
So I am the resident that live on the corner of Frontera and Girl Scout. And number one, I have not seen any posted signs on Girl Scout or Frontera regarding the meeting. Number two, I have not gotten anything in the mail. Number three, I have been in this property like around 3 years already, and I have some concerns. Number one, we need speed bumps on Frontera. The reason why that road seems like a racetrack from people going to the Frontera training. Number two, I have a business in this corner and I have kids. So if you're going to have emergency vehicles coming on Frontera and El Paso is going to close the state line, if one of my kids get injured, that's going to be on Sunland Park responsibility. So I just want you to keep that in mind. Three, Crua has a lot of issues with the Sunland Park residents already. I don't know if the city is going to provide water to these residents. The next subject is the sewer. Is the city going to take care of the sewer, or each lot is going to have a septic tank? And if septic tank is the answer, that's a very irresponsible answer and it's not acceptable. The safety, the vehicles, the traffic. Also, Girl Scout Lane is a dirt road. It doesn't have any lighting and it needs to be fixed. Is the city going to fix it or the developer is going to fix it? And I think that I went through all the concerns that I have, but most importantly, I would like to know where the city of Sunland Park actually posted a notice, because by law, they have to. And two, I did not get anything in the mail. The only reason because I knew about this meeting is because I get emails in my mailbox.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. Heck from the city respond to some of these concerns.
Yes, posting. We have 6 required, locations. We posted 12. We can provide the list of the postings. The mailouts, there is a requirement that it's met and it has been completed and we do it through certified mail. That requirement, it's something that we adhere and, did we get the name of?
Miss Montañez.
Miss Montañez?
Montañez.
Montañez?
Yes, ma'am.
On the chat or something, if we can get her contact information, and then we can provide her an email, phone number, and the address. So we can provide her with her in writing, or she can submit a request for a public records request, so we can provide that information for her in writing. The second item on, as far as the water, the executive director for CRUA, which in essence, the city of Sunland Park is starting its own water department and transferring that service over to the city of Sunland Park, will be providing the water. It is not septic. They are making improvements to do a lift station, and the city of Sunland Park will be taking care of that wastewater. The other item for emergency vehicles, I want to be very clear. The city of Sunland Park, it's not in favor, or it's not the one doing the diversion. If that was to happen, because again, with the first responders being here, our concern is that, so we would hope that they would have some sort of breakaway gates, because at the end of the day, safety is first and it's not going to see a statement, and we need to assist. That is the stand that we have. I know it's not by that diversion is not something that, I'm not going to put words on anybody from the city of El Paso, but if the letter that we received does not align with that statement, the letters that you received does not align, because I think they are considering that a public safety factor. That being said, we are not the ones that will be diverting the traffic. if traffic was diverted, worst case scenario, as you mentioned, Chairman Arduino, we would ask if we would have a breakaway gate or something that we could have access because we need to respond. So that will not be on the city of Summer Park's responsibility. We will make those efforts as much as we can to do that. And again, I want to let everybody know that that's the direction from our city council and mayor as well as manager that we want to be good neighbors. So we want to make sure that this aligns better and that we take all these comments into consideration. Thank you. We have two questions, one question by the engineer, and then I think, let's do this.
Yeah, we have a percentage of different type of lots that is gonna be starting in 18,000 square feet lot up to 1 acre. Then that is the reason because we have certain percentage of kind of probably a little more than a third on an acre, another percentage of half an acre, another percentage of 3/4 of an acre, and then I have a couple of one that is an acre. That is the reason because it's the 99 lots at the end, but we're gonna be more than glad to share the table that we have specifically with all the
So it was an average, you're talking about.
And Mr. Chairman, if you allow me to speak a little bit about, you hear 100 houses, George owns it as a land use. You hear 100 houses, you think, okay, well, 100 houses are gonna create 1 million plus. Based on the study that I completed, in the morning, there's 65 trips generated by this development. And those 65 trips is, I think it's 73% leaving the subdivision and the rest 27% coming back into the subdivision. And at night, like between 4 and 6, there's 95 trips. And it's the same percent. I think it's like 65% coming into the subdivision and 35% leaving the subdivision. This is an average. But this is what that subdivision is creating, like at top in the afternoon, there's 95 trips. And they're coming and going, they're not in the same direction. And it's based on this data that is collected nationally.
And, okay, thank you for that. If you all wouldn't typically have, other than the TIA, which you're saying you could do.
Yes, sir.
You wouldn't really have, discussions with the city of Sunland Park and, the city of El Paso in terms of Frontera Road? Upgrades? Is that something that?
Mr. Chairman, I put it in my study that they were supposed to build you a roundabout and improve that, but I don't know who they're talking about. Mr. Kennedy, last time on the subdivision, I tried 3 times to schedule a meeting with him, 3 times. And was never successful.
So would you consider, same thing with Mrs. Chavez?
We can discuss with them, see if they have any money to offer to have a joint venture between Sunland and El Paso.
Well, it seems like El Paso's really concerned about that road, which they should be, because that is a mess.
But they allowed 2 schools on their site.
Right. And folks, it is true. El Paso's the concern. Sunland Park would be taking care of its side, but if El Paso's the concern, you've got to get to El Paso. Got to get to your representative, Ms. Chavez, and tell her, regardless of this going through or not, you need that road upgrade. It's a mess and it always has been. I've driven it plenty of times, and I understand that. And yes, sir, the gentleman spoke when it rains. I can't even, I don't know if you guys have 4-wheel drives, because it is a mess. But from what I'm hearing, a lot of concerns from years ago, and I was here then. The engineers have done diligence in trying to make this happen in order to listen to the residents and listen to the cities. They've got a hard job because they're dealing with 2 of them. And if they're, I'm not sure the will of the commission is, but typically if we hear that the developers are interested in answering the questions, going to the city, figuring the stuff out, recommendations typically, could come. So I appreciate everyone coming and speaking.
Yes, sir.
But by all means, go to the city of El Paso. Go to the city of El Paso and speak in city council meeting. Since it's not going to be on the agenda, bring it up during those 3 minutes that are at the beginning of the meeting. Because that's a public record. And, at that point, that gets entered and someone's gonna address it. And I assume it's gonna be, Mrs. Chavez from your district. So I appreciate you all coming to the city and, if there's nothing else, then I would, close the,
Just one question.
yes, ma'am, go ahead.
This is a question directed at the city of Sunland. The owner of that corner lot that just called in, she asked one more question, I don't think was answered, and that's if Girl Scout Lane on the north side of Frontera and in front of the training center will be paved, because right now it is a dirt road that causes a lot of mess in the rain.
Okay, that's the Sunland side.
Sunland side, yes.
Okay, so we can, typically it's a public comment. We don't try to do back and forth. And I kind of hate putting the city of Sunland Park on the spot, but I will ask.
I believe you already addressed it, that she said that the improvements were gonna be made to Girl Scout Lane, yeah.
That section of road, it has public improvements.
Okay. Okay, all right, this, we don't have this on the English. Very nice. They're getting on. It's easy. No.
Yeah, that is on the intersection, not on the, so point of order and point of correction, Mr. Chairman. The intersection that she's talking about is directly one of the main egress. The confusion was whether that was the easement, the access easement, but this would be one of the main access.
So we'll have improvement.
Yes, okay, the location that she mentioned, that would be the improvement, that would be improved.
Okay, thank you, sir. All right,
There, yes.
then I'm closing the floor to the public and at this time, opening up to the commission for an action and or any more discussion. Any further comments from the commission? If not, roll call on this matter, please.
Chairman Robert Arbolino,
Aye.
Commissioner David Avalos,
Aye.
Commissioner Neto Martinez,
Nay.
motion passed.
Thank you. Thank you all very much. Next on the item, on the agenda, we have, and we've got 5 more items. You guys are welcome to stay, or you're welcome to go. I'll give you a minute if you're leaving. I'm gonna move on to item number 4. Approval of C 25-140 zone change. Is the applicant here? Paul? Typically, this one's decided that the applicant doesn't show up. We postpone. Hector, do you know if the applicant's here, or is this, for this one, is this pretty straightforward? We typically don't.
RAM is one of those magic components that most people at home like to realize.
Actually, Mr. Chairman, this property was rezoned. This is a property that's along my town road. That was, rezoned in the past, from C2 to an R1 MFTC, which allows residential mobile homes. City strongly recommends that this gets changed back to, or gets changed back to a C2.
So it's,
Yes, sir.
all right, go ahead, please.
Okay. Sandra Montoya, I'm the city planner. So the applicant, did you read it into the comments?
What was that?
The agenda item.
Yes, ma'am.
You did. Okay. The applicant is requesting approval for zoning change from M1, R1 MFTC to C2 general commercial. The application was received on November 20th and staff held a DRT meeting on December 4th.
DRT, that's what I couldn't think of.
And these are the DRT comments, just very basic comments of, coordination, making sure that there's enough room for the solid waste trucks and for the fire trucks to go through. The property is currently zoned R1 from a TC, and they want to request a P2. This is a perspective view, the aerial view. And these are the plans, so they want to build an additional building to the property. Go ahead. Fine. This is the letter of statement. Next slide. And public letters were mailed out, and the department and city clerk did not receive any responses either in support or opposition to the zoning request. Staff recommends approval with the conditions stated below. We stand before you for any questions.
That's, okay, this moment, I'd like to entertain a motion to approve.
I'll go ahead and, make a motion to approve
Item number,
item number 4, VC 25140.
okay, motion on the floor to approve, item number ZC 25140. Do we have a second?
I second.
It's seconded by, Commissioner Avalos. Discussion and, commission on this item. Question number 1 is, do they have landscaping requirements?
Yes, they would follow landscaping requirements.
And you do have them there under the conditions. They don't have them quite yet.
Yes, landscaping is on it.
Okay, so I can't see. All right. And again, the city recommends approval. And
So you're just expanding on the building that's already there, right?
Right, they're just expanding.
can you go back to that for me? The picture of the existing, yeah, that's a new building.
It's a new building.
Yeah.
Oh, so they're not expanding on the building there, they're just building a new building.
Yeah.
Adjacent.
Yes.
Huh. And, the building in the plan is different than the plans of the building. Is that not right? That makes sense? Go back, go forward like that. Oh, I see. Okay. Okay, all right, I don't have any.
So there wouldn't be a mobile home there anymore, like,
Right, they're moving it to commercial.
Because, yeah, mobile homes aren't allowed in
Yeah.
C2. Let's see.
Yeah.
Okay. Any questions for the city? Hearing none, can we hear from the applicant? No applicant tonight, so I assume they agree with all of staff's comments,
Correct.
because they're not here. So, at this time, this is a public, I don't assume they agree with staff's comments.
They did sign a conditional.
Okay, all right, then at this time, if anyone from the public wishes to address the commission on this matter, you have an opportunity to do so. I open the floor and close the floor. Seeing and hearing none, any other comments from the commission? If not, roll call, please.
Chairman Rob Garza. Commissioner David Avalos.
Aye.
Commissioner Ernesto Martinez,
aye.
Commissioner Daniel Portillo, motion carries.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Next on the agenda, we have approval of the variance 25-143.
Good evening, Chairman and members of the commission. Arisbe Rivas, City Planner of City of Sunland Park. The next one is the variance 25-140. The applicant is requesting approval of the variance for a mobile home that does not meet the zoning setbacks located at 311 Sabine, Sunland Park.
Variance 25114.
21-143.
Yeah, there's two numbers there.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. It's 143. Okay, please. The application was submitted on December 2nd, 2025. Staff did not hold a DRT meeting. Public notice was posted and mailed out before December 30th, 2025. The zone now will be an MR, which is a mixed residential, which they do allow a mobile home there. This is the perspective view. This is the area view. This are the setbacks. As you can see, he's not respecting the front and the back. The front has to be 15 and the back will be 15 as well. The sides, he is respecting the setback. These are the pictures. of the mobile home. The letter of statement that the applicant submitted. Public notice letters were mailed out. City clerk, do we receive anything back?
No.
We did not receive anything back. Staff does recommend approval with the conditions stated below, and we stand before you for any questions.
This time I'll entertain a motion to approve variance 25-143.
I'll go ahead and make a motion to approve.
Motion by Commissioner Martinez.
Second.
Seconded by Commissioner Avalos. Discussion by the commission on this item. So you all recommend approval. Can I see the conditions again? Is there anything out of the ordinary with those? Can you go back to the big map? Like. How many of that subdivision are actually filled in? Does anyone have any?
Lots like all of them.
Most of them, right? There's very few lots. Is that correct? Anyone have any questions from the commission?
You do.
Okay, continuing hearing them, we hear from the applicants. Sir, do you agree with all the staff's comments?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And are you new to the city?
Yes.
And it looks like a new mobile home.
Well, it's not, what is it, 1980? It's not brand new.
Okay, it's new to you all.
Yes.
And you all are planning to do landscaping and?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Any questions for the applicant?
Is this gonna be your permanent home, or are you planning on building something on that lot?
No, it's gonna be my permanent, but right now, well, maybe in the future, if I can build a house or something, maybe we could do that in the future. And it's even what I bought that one. Because, well, I thought it was a good opportunity for me to buy that mobile home. And I didn't know the measurements that we need to have to.
And are you the landowner itself as well?
No, the way we bought it, it's
Hey, ma'am, you can.
Sorry.
That's okay. Your name for the record.
I'm Selena Hoppus.
Yes, ma'am.
We bought it through like a second person,
Ah,
so we went through a deed and we took over the property.
but you do have the.
Yes,
Yes,
we do.
have the land and you have.
Yes.
Yes.
That's.
Yeah.
That's-
yes, sir.
Okay. Any other questions for the applicant? Okay, thank you all.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
At this time, is there any, one from the public that wishes to speak on this matter? I'll open the floor. And close. And seeing and hearing none, the public portion of this item is now closed. Any further comments from the commission? Roll call on this matter, please.
Chairman Robert Camino, Commissioner David Avalos,
Nay.
Commissioner Martinez,
Aye.
Was yours an aye or nay?
I think it was a nay. Was that a nay?
No, yours.
Mine was a yay.
okay, aye, okay, motion fails.
Okay.
It was me.
No, it was a yay.
No.
So
It was
it's only
two
one nay in the middle.
And one,
Two
Two to one.
ayes and one nay.
and one nay.
2 ayes and 1 nay.
So a motion fails.
No, carries.
No, it has to be
Two.
three.
Now, let's bring this here.
It's only three of you.
No paraba to say yay.
Mr. Avalos, did you say aye or nay?
I say nay.
But it's 2 to 1. 2 to 1. Right? 2 to 1, guys?
And it has to be
It has to be the
the
majority.
majority, which is only.
The majorities.
2 to 1, folks.
Yes, 2 to 1, it's simple math.
If there was 4 of us here,
Right.
if it was 2 to 2, it would fail. But this is 2 to 1, and there's 3 of us here, correct?
It was the same as the
Right.
previous item.
Yeah, we passed.
As well.
It was
So
two,
the last one passed.
Yeah, number one was 2 to 1, and it's passed.
2 and 1. They're the same right now, 2 and 1.
We're all straight?
Yes.
Okay, all right, I'm pretty sure it passed, so congratulations, welcome to the city, and good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, next on the agenda. We have approval of variance 25117, 5 carports encroaching setbacks for child care center. Yes, sir.
The applicant, Araceli Guerrero, I think she's not here, if she's online.
Araceli Guerrero.
So, you want to postpone it?
We postpone if she's not online, because this is one of those that we had a lot of questions last time.
Yeah.
And there was gonna be some back and forth, and
Yeah,
so, at this moment, I'll make a motion to, or entertain a motion to postpone item number 6, BAR 25117.
I'll go ahead and make a motion to postpone this.
Okay, it's a motion on the floor. Is there a second?
I second.
Roll call, please.
Chairman Robert Camino,
Aye.
Commissioner Diego Ramos,
Aye.
Commissioner Ned Martinez,
Aye.
Commissioner Enrique Portillo, motion carries.
Okay, motion to post, items postponed. Approval, next on the agenda is approval of the MS 25132.
okay, the next on the agenda is MS 25-132. The applicant is requesting approval for a preliminary major subdivision for a single residential lots located at Rio Vista 5 in Sunland Park, New Mexico. The application was submitted on October 27, 2025. That did hold a DRT meeting on December 17, 2025. Public notice letters were posted and mailed out before November 11, 2025. So this is our DRT comments that were made. One was from New Mexico Gas, the other one from Molson, Crua, and Fire Marshal. This is the zone map, which is the mixed residential right now. This is the 200-foot buffer. This is the perspective view and the area view. This is the master land planning connectivity plan that the applicant submitted. The plans. And for the plans, they are planning to do 326 lots. 326. This is the comments that Molson, our on-call engineer, submitted, and Trey did respond to those comments for the final plan. Public notice letters were mailed out. Staff did not receive anything back. Staff does recommend approval with the conditions stated below, and that they will provide everything on the final plan. We stand before you for any questions.
Okay, I'd like to, entertain a motion to approve item MS 25132.
I'll go ahead and make a motion to approve.
Motion on the floor. Do we have a second?
I second.
Okay, discussion, by the commission, on this item. So, what would it be zoned? Are we zoning?
No, it's still MR, mixed residential.
And we're not gonna have any more issues with mobile homes because they're allowed on MEMR, correct?
No.
Okay, all right. Well, then all here, we can hear from the applicant. Yes, ma'am.
I just wanted to say we agree with all staff comments, and as far as the issue with variance requests for setbacks, these are deeper lots.
Much deeper lots. And your name for the record?
Lauren Hanson.
Yes, Mrs. Hanson. All right, so, what size are the lots? What's the magic number?
Well, these lots are 60 by 110, which I believe is 10 feet. If this is Rio Vista 3, they would be 10 feet deeper than this one, which mobile homes, the longest ones are about 8 feet. As far as setbacks.
110, so you have 30 extra. Good, because I don't think about it. So you agree with all staff comments. Are there any other, this is out in the sand, right? You don't have ponding issues out there, right?
Correct.
All right, good. And you have addressed, or your your engineers have addressed all the DRT concerns and all concerns brought up by Wilson and Clinton.
Correct.
Okay. Any questions for the applicant? Okay, thank you. If at this time, if anyone from the public would like to make a comment on the subdivision, now's the time to do so. Open to anyone online, no one online, open the floor, close the floor, and, now the public comment portion of this is, closed. Any further comments from the commission?
No, sir.
This isn't the land that we saw for tiny homes, right? This is.
It's the same land, but we no longer are using that concept.
Okay.
Oh, wow, wait, good catch.
Yeah.
That didn't seem to go over well, so,
It did not. Goes back to MR.
correct.
Is everyone hearing this? That needed to go through. Director, no.
That was a good one.
Okay. Wanted to,
If that's something that y'all are interested in, feel free to come to us individually, but that was a very unfortunate meeting for us, so,
you know,
yeah, so that's why we dropped that.
wow. Okay, sorry to hear that. All right, roll call.
Chairman Robert Moreno,
Aye.
Commissioner Diego Avalos,
Aye.
Commissioner Vanessa Martinez,
Aye.
motion carries.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
And this, before Ms. Hanson leaves, don't reach out to her individually, because then you won't be able to vote, okay?
Right?
No,
but we can talk about tiny homes.
Yeah.
I just wanted to ask before I leave, it sounded like the previous subdivision was denied. But we're doing the math and it was approved. It was like a local issue, but the paperwork is gonna say approved.
Which one? The one?
The sun.
Yeah, it was, it's 2-1.
It was approved. Okay, I just wanna say, I was under the impression that it was denied, and I think everyone that came to speak is also under the impression that it was.
Are we talking about item 6?
No.
No, number three.
Item 3 was denied?
Magabi said motion fails.
I thought you said carried.
She said carried.
Yeah, the first one you said carried.
No.
So, so the mission right now, it's, 4 members.
Correct.
In order to pass, it has to be the majority of the, votes. The votes are 4, the majority will be 3. But it's not who's present, it's who's active, who's taking the seat. Yes, sir.
So it was.
Oh, that, no.
Yes. I
We
will.
passed many items.
Okay, now, this action items, take the majority. There's action items that, 2-1, you can do that. That would pass. We will verify because I want to check the other case, but we will send those letters and that correction. If needed to, we can come back and read them.
Yeah,
The next meeting.
yeah, I'm very confused then.
Yes, and we will take care of that.
Yeah.
So,
My confusion? Please do.
so we'll do that, but it is the majority is 4. Is that what we're discussing?
By the quorum.
Yes.
By the actual members. So.
But there's 4 or 5, I mean, there should be 5 in total then.
And actually, yes, but there's only 4 seats taken. Yes.
I thought it was only 5. I thought it was 5.
Well, there's 5.
But there's a
You guys
vacancy.
know what you're for.
There's a vacancy, Councilor Martinez.
There have to be 3.
Okay, so we will make that correction if that was said or what have you. Now, this does not fail because it did not have the majority of the votes. It's not, I'm sorry, this commission does not deny it. What simply happens is that the motion fails.
Yeah, it's not recommended.
So, yeah, so the motion fails, there's a few options.
Right.
They could go to city council.
Right.
Or they can come back again to this, commission, because the motion simply failed. It was not denied.
Okay, I'd love to rehab this conversation.
Yes,
That's right.
thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much,
Lauren.
Lauren.
Lauren, we have a opening on, P and Z.
I don't know if I'm allowed to, but.
You are absolutely allowed to. Oh, well, unless you don't live in the city of Sunland. I think you're,
Can I own property?
well,
I think you're taking that seat for.
I think I'm taking that seat because I don't live here, but I do own property.
Let me go check.
I don't need you. All right, thank you all very much. Thank you. Next, we have our remarks and inquiries for the planning and zoning commission. Yeah, that's the straight that was I did.
Yes. Now, this, again, because of the decision that you're making, there's actions that take the majority of the votes. The majority of the votes is the seats that are available. That's why it's, there's been.
Fair that people show up.
Yes. And that's why it's important that we have that vote, because right now it could have been a 2-2, and then you would have broken the tie.
Right.
Right now, that didn't happen because you didn't have enough votes.
Okay.
But we will, look into it, provide you the information, and then we'll go from there. But we'll stand before you for your questions and
Any other
remarks.
questions for the city?
For me.
Remarks? I do have a couple things. So, at some point, middle of last year, city manager put together some people for the Anapra Road, extension, rebuilding, that type of situation. I haven't heard anything from it at all, and we needed to keep going on.
Anapra Road,
Literally because we were talking about it closing, if the big road is going through up top, that, Anapra Road wasn't gonna allow for trucks from the new roundabout to Racetrack Drive. Man, because of that road being built, there are a ton of trucks. So the city manager had put together a commission or a committee of concerned people, citizens, neighbors, all that, to talk about what that road is looking like.
okay, so the increase that we have seen in trucks is because the project, west of us.
Right.
Okay,
So, but we need to, I mean, there's nothing stopping us from making that road impassable to trucks right now. Other than that was part of the project that was gonna happen.
I will circle back with you and get that.
Please.
What about there's been so much, traffic from dumps down McNutt headed towards La Union, and it's costing major pains. Is that something that can be addressed? I mean, just have just a little arc to Donovan and that's it, or?
We actually, Mr. Crosby, the manager, and I were, doing some site visits. And, we did notice that there's been a pit permit, that is extracting material from, Memorial Pines and is taking it somewhere, just right before, Borderland. I wanna see if that's the traffic, but again, the other project.
Going down towards La Union from Borders.
So what we did see a lot today, cause we were on 136 P Dominici, this, south of Strauss Road. And we did see that increase in traffic. And there is a lot of traffic that is funneling. So I don't know if those trucks are the ones dumping in different sites.
And then staying with the same semi-traffic, is there, on our side of P Dominici or Arca, have a designated semi lane on the right side? I mean,
It's in our
so much
current.
traffic, so I live around that neighborhood, so it's easier just to designate a right.
We have a new member for that committee. I'm gonna tell you so it's, within our jurisdiction. It is not our right of way. It continues to belong to the New Mexico Department of Transportation. There is plans, if you remember during the annexations, the study that they performed, those are points where they'll be doing crossings, and there is a flyover or bridge essentially, that has been analyzed on 273 and 136. That's the first intersection that has been analyzed. Or that is currently being analyzed, that will probably have an impact sooner than the other ones. Meaning, if it goes to construction. That does not alleviate the other traffic. But, again, when projects like that happens, you remember they go into like RMS, they go into different programs. And these are 5 years old. That's why sometimes, like for instance, the Loop 375, before it even opened, it had failed. Because it has data from 5 years before. That's why TIAs are important to have updated, because your uses change. And that demand is gonna change. So something that was probably had 1,000 passes a day, now it has 2,500, so it continues to fail. So we will keep you informed on that. Like I said, there is some coordination that we have with the department, and that has been one of our concerns. Roslyn Boulevard got signalized because of the crash data that we have been provided. But
Hopefully something happens.
But right now, all that construction that is closer to the POE, it's,
It's from everywhere too. I mean, it's down McNutt on that.
yes. So,
project
and, you know, it alleviated the Crenshaw Bridge, here, opened up, but now I see more traffic going that way. So, for us, if there's no other questions, for us, I'll be really brief. We do have a few workshops, that we will be asking for your attendance, and participation. I'll defer that to the city clerk to, give you an update on those. They are related to community development, but she's the one that coordinates and tries to get everybody involved. It is important that, your participation, we're gonna make it to, if you can log in and provide your input, that would be great. They're related to cannabis. They're related to some of the ordinances that were recommended by the commission. They're coming back. The junkyard did not get passed. What?
They got postponed.
It got postponed, I'm sorry, pending, some workshops. And it was for the same reason that tonight, or the same scenarios tonight. The motion failed because, there were 2 people missing and the quorum was 4 and we didn't get 3 votes on it. So, yeah, we will keep you informed on those, matters. And, Carlos Aguirre project, will be, starting. We are reviewing the bids. We took him out of the agenda, last time because, we received, a concern with, potentially the recommended, contractor. So we're doing more due diligence and checking bonds and work experience. So we will bring you that back, but that project will be starting. A legislative session, unofficially has started. So, we will be traveling to Santa Fe. It's a short session. You're more than welcome to, travel with us if you desire to go and see what this is about. 30-day sessions usually are very condensed. So we will be doing a few asks, for this, for the city of Sunland Park. Priority number 1, we ran out of space already. We're growing and we're running out of space. So one-stop shop, which is about a $25 million building, startup building, that we're proposing, will continue to be priority number 1 to be able to relocate. We did receive some funding, federal allocation, and we will be building on that site, a fire station, between the sports complex and country club. That's the best, to the, west is where this site is being proposed. The other we are working on other legislative appropriations and projects. The water department is one of the main priorities right now for the city manager as well, as we need to come to resolution. So we're gonna continue working, in this divorce with the county and get everything back that belonged to the city of Sunland Park and start our department. Officially, we have started our water wastewater department, but we need to officially transfer all the assets. City council last year appropriated $1.2 million to start cleaning the tanks. So there would be some tanks that we can't do them all at the same time because we can't just de-energize that. But Mr. Crosby left. Yeah. That's gonna be the investment that we're gonna be doing to do those 3 tanks. This tank is one of them. We got reports that they had anywhere between 6 to 12 feet of sediment because they have never been maintained. So we're gonna continue with that path and then continue, like I said, to finalize that divorce.
When do you go to Santa Fe?
I'm sorry?
When is the session?
Starting, well, actually, everybody traveled up there, but the 19th is official, municipal day, right? Was it the 19th?
No,
municipal date,
February.
next month, the fourth.
Okay. It's gonna start in about 2 weeks.
Ah, okay. And then, can you tell me, is that how the vote went down for Sunshine Essentials up there? Remember the dispensary that this guy's trying to move from one to the other? He said he got denied, but there was only one person that voted nay.
That was because it was not the majority.
That doesn't make sense, there's 7 counselors.
Who was present? I don't wanna get out.
I don't know, I'm just, yeah, does anyone remember that? Right,
Section, was that the site?
no. It was the dispensary that's up there by Maria Elena, that's Buena Vida. He moved out, this guy from Motas,
Oh, yes.
my neighbor, is trying to move up there, but he said it was denied. But there was only one nay vote.
I don't recall off the top of my head.
Okay, I know, it's just.
But
I just don't get it, now I don't understand what's going on with this.
Yeah, it's the majority of the votes, the majority of the, so quorum, because you have, if you were to have 2, you don't have a quorum, right? 3, you have a quorum.
Right.
But on that, everybody needs to be on board, because if the other vote.
I'm still blown away by that.
Yes,
Okay,
thank you.
all right, thank you.
Adjourn, sir?
Adjourn, fine.
Yes.
Right now.
Thank you all. So time is 7:27 PM and this meeting is adjourned. Thank you. Sorry. Thank you.
Legit.